Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Texas Rangers franchise here on MLB The Show 21 and the MSM Sports Network. We dive right into the action today as the Rangers were trying to salvage Game 4 of a 4-game set against the Houston Astros. They had a 6-5 lead going into the bottom of the 8th, and then Alex Bregman dashed all of those plans. The Houston Astros had taken the first 2 out of 3 in the series, and Texas just trying to get out of the Space City with an even split. It was a back-and-forth game, all contest long, and the Rangers were feeling pretty confident about it heading into the 8th inning, but Sam Gaviglio gives up the tying home run and sends us to the 9th all knotted up. David Dahl tried his best to give the Rangers the lead in the top of the 9th, but that one came up just shy. We go now to an 0-1 count, and Ketel Marte says we're not done yet. As he rips a Matt Andriese sinker into the left field corner, the Rangers have the go-ahead run in scoring position. And that would bring up Trevor Story. Trevor Story has been on fire today, and one of the guys that's kept this Rangers offense with the same pace as the Houston Astros. 3 for 4 today with 2 doubles and an RBI, and Story would stand in as the chance for Texas to retake the lead. 2-0 count, he yanks a fastball down the left field line, but the 2-1 pitch, also a fastball, fouled away. Now a 2-2 count. Andriese leaves a changeup right down the middle, and Trevor Story goes into the right field corner. Marte scores easily, and Trevor Story has his 3rd double of the night. The Rangers take a 7-6 lead. What a clutch moment for our shortstop, who has really been carrying this offense as of late. You'll see in the stats once we get out of this game, he has really been super solid for the Rangers and continues to come up in clutch moments, and he turns it over to Craig Kimbrell. Rangers with a 1-run lead, and he's been phenomenal this season. He'll get Jose Abreu to ground out to short on a similar pitch that Abreu yanked a 3-run home run into the Crawford boxes earlier on in the game. But it wasn't all smooth sailing for Kimbrell as he walks Pedro Leon here to put the tying run on first base. That would bring up Nick Maton, the shortstop, and Leon, a speedy runner at first base, just has to watch as Maton goes down swinging. High inside fastball from Kimbrell as he blows 96 right by the young Astros infielder. Texas 1 out away from splitting the series. Michael Brantley up next, but it's Leon on the move trying to take second. The throw down not nearly in time, and the Astros in a similar situation to Texas in the top half just need a base hit to knot this up. The 2-2 pitch. Brantley not expecting the fastball, and he's gone. The Rangers even up the series and will escape Houston with a split. A 7-6 victory sends us out of Houston and into Los Angeles, where the Rangers will take on the Dodgers. Now, this is an action-packed episode, and I didn't necessarily want to play the whole Houston episode on camera. I knew that that would make for a longer episode, and some of the feedback that I've gotten is that some of these episodes you guys would like to be a little quicker, a little shorter, and more to the point. So that's exactly what we're trying out today. We get the win in Houston. We go right into the City of Angels as the Dodgers host the Rangers. 2 of the best teams in all of Major League Baseball squaring off, and it is a great pitching matchup as Dustin May toes the rubber for the Dodgers. Wes Benjamin goes for the Rangers, and you see just some of the stuff that May is working with. 101 painting the corner. That's not going to be hit very easily. We go to the bottom of the first. It's Wes Benjamin on the mound. He's 5-1, and once again, a regular season hero on the mound. The first 2 years of this franchise, he's been so good in the first 162 games. The real question remains, can he pay it off once we get to the postseason? Benjamin got the first 2 batters of the inning out, but could not complete the perfect frame as Corey Seager goes the opposite way for a base hit. And that would bring up Cody Bellinger, who is on fire again per usual. 12 bombs, 40 RBIs. But Wes Benjamin wins the first battle here as he gets him to pop up a jam shot in the left field, and we head to the second inning. Willie Calhoun facing Dustin May, and not only does May have a 101-mile-an-hour fastball, but he's also going to run a sinker into the mid-90s. He gets Calhoun, but with 2 outs now, it's Josh Young deep out to left field. That one hops off the warning track, and Young pulls into second base with a double. And you'll see here on this graphic, Young's 12th double of the season ties him for second on the club for the 2023 season. Josh's breakout campaign continues, and he's going to come around to score as Tyler Naquin finds the other gap here. A ringing RBI double that rattles off the Nike sign in right center field, and Texas grabs a 1-0 lead. Dustin May makes a couple of mistake pitches and doesn't get away with it. Next batter, Nate Lowe into right field. A perfect line drive, but the Rangers will hold Naquin at third base. Mookie Betts with a cannon out there, and unfortunately Texas won't be able to pay it off as Nick Solak pops out to second base to end the inning. We go to the bottom of the second inning now, and after a leadoff walk, Will Smith works the count full, but he's going to bounce this one down to third. Young to Solak on to Lowe, and the Rangers get a quick 5-4-3 double play, and they'll end the inning here as another jam shot from Wes Benjamin concludes matters in the second. We go to the top half of the third, and the Rangers won't score in this inning, but what a play from Corey Seager, taking away a base hit from David Dahl there. A couple batters later, fantastic sinker on the outside corner, freezes Trevor Story and sends us on to the bottom of the third. It's Gavin Lux up at the dish with 1 out, and Lux playing cue ball corner pocket as he sends a ringing line drive into the right field corner. The Dodgers with a runner in scoring position, their first of the ball game as Lux gets his 13th double of the season, and it would bring up John Birdie, who looks at what should have been strike 3 as Wes Benjamin kind of grits his teeth there, kind of foiled by the home plate umpire, but he'll manage to get another jam shot off the bat of Birdie, and it does allow the runner to move up to third base with Mookie Betts coming to the plate. Betts 0 for 1 so far today. In the hole, 0-2, and the pitch chopped out to shortstop. His Story's got to charge it hard, slings it on to first base, and the Rangers get out of the bottom of the third without allowing the run. We go to the top of the fourth now. Runner on first, Randy Florentino, hard line drive out to right field, and I'll be honest, I thought that was over Betts' head. Calhoun got the green light, and it's an easy double play for the Dodgers. To the bottom of the fourth now, and finally, Wes Benjamin gets his first strikeout. Seager got the best of him in the first time around, but Benjamin gets his revenge there, and it brings up Max Muncy. Muncy, a hard line drive out to left, but again, the Dodgers kept off the scoreboard. As we now skip ahead to the bottom of the fifth, it is Will Smith again, swing and a miss. I believe he actually tipped that one into the glove of Randy Florentino. As Benjamin's strong outing continues. Another jam shot here as this one popped up to first base. Wes Benjamin does not throw the hardest out of this staff, but he knows how to get those fastballs in on the hands, and he's done it to great effect here tonight against baseball's top offense. David Dahl flies out towards deep left center field as the Rangers continue to hunt solid contact against Dustin May, but after the second inning, he dialed in. Strikeout here of Ketel Marte, a complete fool job on that slider. And then a couple batters later, Trevor Story trying to go up the middle, but a nice play out at second base would take that chance away. Bottom of the sixth now, and Gavin Lux completely fooled by a fastball that nips the inside corner. 3 Ks now for Benjamin. He would walk John Birdie, and just a couple pitches into Mookie's at bat, Birdie's on the move as he swipes second base and moves into scoring position. That would make it a 2-2 count for Betts, who hits a hard single through the right side. Naquin fields it, comes up firing to the plate. It's going to be close, and it's a perfect throw from Naquin. Right on the money. It took an absolute sniper shot from right field to execute this and throw out the speedy Birdie at the plate. It is a flawless strike from Naquin to Florentino, and the Dodgers held scoreless yet again with 2 outs here in the sixth. Corey Seager, the final chance in the inning. Mookie Betts wants second, and this time he's not getting it. The slide step from Benjamin and a perfect throw from Florentino, and the Rangers take a 1-0 lead into the bottom of the 7th inning. Now, it was Jose Leclerc on for the Rangers in relief, but he had a hard time finding the strike zone. It's a 3-0 count to the leadoff batter, Corey Seager, and that slider not even close. It would bring up Cody Bellinger now with a runner on first and nobody out. The 0-1 pitch on from Leclerc, and he gets him in a hole as he jams Bellinger hard with the two-seam fastball. 2 pitches later now, Leclerc looking for the punch-out, leaves a fastball right over the heart of the plate. Driven deep, out to right field, Naquin to the wall, leaps! He can't get it! It's over the right fielder's glove, and it's out of the ballpark. Cody Bellinger gives the Dodgers the lead with a 2-run shot, and just 6 pitches into the relief outing, Jose Leclerc has blown this game, and it's been turned on its head. The Dodgers have trailed the entire game, and with one swing of the bat, Cody Bellinger changes all of that. As Tyler Naquin gave it a heck of an attempt at the wall, but he just wasn't able to get it there. Now, David Dahl trying to get the Rangers back within scoring position, and he drives a double deep down the left field line. That will go all the way to the wall. Texas, who has led since the 2nd inning, is now trying to manufacture the tying run in the form of David Dahl. Now, they would pinch run J.P. Martinez at second base to get a little bit of speed. The 1-0 from Brusar Graterol, driven deep down the right field line. I thought this was going to be a foul ball, but it's caught by Mookie Betts in the corner, and Graterol is out of the inning. We go to the bottom of the 8th, and Jonathan Hernandez comes on for the Rangers and immediately gives off a leadoff base hit. The Dodgers are looking for all-important insurance runs, as they might have the best offense in the MLB, but the Rangers have the 4th best. Next batter, though, ground ball down to third. Young to second, on to first. What a double play! 5-4-3, and the Rangers are 1 out away from going to the 9th, trailing by just 1. But John Birdie's not done yet. He dunks this one into shallow right field. It's just under the glove of Naquin, and Birdie will use that elite speed to get into second base. A couple of batters later now, Corey Seager rips this one down the right field line. At least 1 run will score as the Rangers get the relay throw in time. But it's runners on second and third now, and Seager, his 17th RBI double of the season. Now, with Cody Bellinger back up at the plate, the Rangers will elect to intentionally walk him, and they will face Max Muncy instead. 2-1 count on the Baylor Bear, and he looks at ball 3 low. Now, 3-1, good sinker at 98 miles an hour, and it brings up a 3-2 pitch. Runners going. The pitch is crushed. Deep out to center field. This one is gone. Max Muncy, a grand slam for the Dodgers, and they have broken this game wide open. It's now 7-1. The Rangers had a 1-0 lead heading into the 7th inning when they gave up a 2-run shot, and on 2 home runs, a Cody Bellinger 2-run blast, and now a grand slam from Max Muncy, the Dodgers have turned this game around. The Rangers hit a couple of balls hard in the 9th inning, but no surprises here. Brusar Graterol is going to close it out, and the Dodgers win 7-1 in a game that was so much closer than what the box score would indicate. That just shows how quickly an elite team like the Dodgers can turn a game on its head. Dustin May pitched well. He gets the win. Jose Leclerc has a terrible outing, and he takes the loss. We are now 0-2 in games that we've played against the Dodgers in this series, and hopefully they'll get a win in the next game. So we move forward into the middle of the month of June, and it's a very successful homestand for the Texas Rangers. Not only do we take the second game against the Dodgers, but then we come back home to Arlington and take 3 of 4 from the Angels, getting good starts from Yuri Rodriguez, Tyler Beede, and Wes Benjamin. And then we also take 2 of 3 from the equally red-hot Cleveland Indians. Now, we had 2 relievers get wins, Colby Allard and Sam Gaviglio also coming through, and the Rangers take the series from Cleveland, which then puts them right back on the road. A little West Coast road trip to San Diego. They'll take on the struggling Padres, who are just 3 games above 500. Then we'll take on the Houston Astros as well before coming back home to round out the month of June. Here's a quick look at the standings. The Astros currently sit 6.5 games back in the West. They've lost a couple games in a row. Indians on top of the Central with the Twins and White Sox in hot pursuit, although the White Sox are 13 games back, and you never know. Maybe Lucas Giolito is available on the market come trade deadline time. The American League East is really, really tight. No one's separating themselves. In fact, every single team has a shot here. The Rays sit on top, but not by much over the Yankees and the Red Sox. Remember, the Red Sox were off to that horrendous start to begin this season, but they've clawed their way back. They are almost at 500. Here's a look at the National League wild card. The Cardinals and Reds currently leading that race. Padres just a couple of games back with the Nationals, Giants, Marlins, and sure, we'll say the Phillies still in the hunt right now. The Dodgers obviously lead in the West by 9.5 games. The Cubs are in first place, 42-20 as well. They are off to a tremendous start this year. And then the Mets lead the NL East by 7.5 over the Nationals. And just to update you on the American League wildcard standings, it's the Twins and the Astros, with the Mariners just 1 game back. Here are our offensive stats to close this episode, and it is production at the top of the lineup that has carried the Rangers. Josh Young has really stepped into his own. Tyler Naquin has evened things out, and Nick Solak is on a hot streak right now. Means that his job for the moment is saved. JP Martinez is scalding the ball at the plate once again. He's even added a couple of home runs to it. But as we creep closer towards the trade deadline, I think that the other 3 guys on our bench are largely expendable. I think that Sam Huff is finding himself at the plate just a little bit, but when you've got a guy like Dan Porton at AAA who's cooled off just a bit, still hitting .287, it's hard to think that Sam Huff is going to be your long-term solution there at the backup catcher spot. I think Hernandez, while he's fast, he's just not getting enough opportunities to contribute offensively. And Isaiah Kiner-Falefa, elite defense, but gosh, the offense has just not been there. So we'll see where we decide to upgrade heading into the trade deadline. I do think that the Rangers are going to make a move for at least a position player, and I think a starting pitcher as well. I'll show you the starting pitching numbers right now. Tyler Glasnow got off to a very slow start to the season, but he's recovering. Martinez, Rodriguez, and Beatty are holding down the middle of our rotation, and then Wes Benjamin continues to be a regular season hero. Very, very good in the first 162. The question will be, can he carry that over into the postseason? Here's a look at our bullpen numbers, and some of those numbers have started to inflate, particularly Gaviglio and Hernandez. We might be in the market for a bullpen arm, but I think for sure we're going to look to get another elite starting pitcher. I don't know quite yet who we would displace out of this group. I think, maybe Rodriguez or Beatty would be the leading candidates too. Mackenzie Gore's certainly not pitching at a high enough level to work his way back into the starting rotation right now, but going forward, Gore certainly will be a part of our future. I think we're looking for a 1-year fix, a veteran to come in, take over, help get us hopefully to our goal of winning a World Series, and then move on in free agency as we let our organizational depth take over from there. Well, a busy episode that will start with the Rangers and the Padres next time. Until next time, so long, everybody.